And like when I say everything, I mean everything. Good morning, folks, and happy Wednesday. So I'm a little bummed out today. I've spent the first about hour and a half to 2 hours of my day freaking sulking and being a little butthurt little baby because yesterday, nothing wrong, but you know that little boo-boo I told you all about earlier. Well, coach told me to take today off, and so I woke up this morning with the idea I'm gonna get up and go to practice, and JB goes lay back down, and I'm like, why? She's like, because coach told you to stay home today. If you want to do anything, you can go do some cardio, but you need to chillax today. And I get his point. It's nothing bad. It's not like my performance has been jeopardized or anything. It's more or less a way to fire me up before we roll into the last few weeks of this camp. Understandable. I got a lot of shit that I gotta, errands I could do, things that I could get and take care of, like the car. Today's the mom's birthday. Happy birthday to her. So we got to get the emissions done, but we still got that check engine light. So I guess we're gonna use today to get that done, and then we will just kind of just chillax today, find something to do. I mean, him and JB have a point. I mean, you train like 60 hours a week. You train more than most people work. You train more than 90% of the world works. So, you're okay, bro. You're okay. Not like I'm stressing about the fight or anything. I definitely think that, like, I could have 2 broken hands, freaking 2 blown out freaking legs, and a broken back, and I could still beat this guy. Genuinely still beat this guy. But to protect the body for longevity reasons, he told me to take today off. Do not do anything today. If you still feel like you absolutely positively need to train, go do some cardio. Other than that, don't do jack diddly doo-dah. And I was like, you know what? Whatever, I guess. But I also understand where he's coming from. It'll fire me up. It'll give me that, like, little bit of juice I need to push me through the rest of this camp at a very intense level. So, understandable. I get it. Whatever. Plus, he's like, well, that little boo-boo you got, bro, is never going to heal because you keep beating on it. So, just take a day off. Just take one day off. Rest. Let your body recover. Come back, we'll reevaluate, and we'll go from there. So I guess that's what we're going to do. We're going to take care of errands. We're going to knock out some cardio after our kids' class, and we're just going to hang out today, I guess. Do absolutely freaking nothing. Well, we'll do something, like errands, but nothing martial arts related, I reckon. This blows. But it is what it is. Shit happens. And you also got to rest eventually. Get a little bit of recovery in. Get a little bit of mental reset. I get it. It is what it is. So, I guess let's go get some emissions done on my car and then take it back to the shop and drop it off again. So, let's go get this day started, folks. And stop sulking, because since we can't go and do our thing, get better today than we were yesterday. Well, first stop, let's go get our emissions done, folks. Well, as we suspected, it did not pass. But it is what it is. We got the test, and now we have 30 days extended, you know, an extra 30 days to figure out what is wrong with it. The 30-day extension, that's the word I'm looking for. So I guess let's go drop this thing off at the shop and then head to the next stop. But I will say that was the strangest emission shed I have ever seen. I know it's literally just a shed, but usually they like do everything under their pavilion and you just stay in the car, they connect the OB2 and you go on with your day, right? Well, he had me get out. He was the one who started it and stopped it and did everything. Just very, very strange. He was a nice guy. Just a weird character. But let's get to the shop, folks. Alrighty, we're pulling into the shop. He got this thing running again. Let's see if he can get this thing to pass emissions again. And hopefully he doesn't need another catalytic converter, because this will be the fourth I've put on. So that's decoded through. Let's just hope it's not true. Well, he said he would take a look at it. So now we were just waiting on JB to get her butt here and pick me up, so we can leave it here again to be looked at. JB has made it to snag me up, and to the next errand we go. Well, we're getting hungry, so we gotta make a pit stop first. So let's go grab down, and then I guess we're hitting the Cairo, and then I got no idea what else we're gonna do. Go home, hang out until we gotta go. These kids better today than they were yesterday. I know I didn't have no coffee this morning, so my brain aches. It hurts badly. So let's get in here, grab some food, and get us some caffeine. Well, bellies have been filled, but sadly, the caffeine we drank during the meal did not fix the migraine. It did not, folks. It is still pulsating. Actually, if anything, it got worse. So let's go knock out this adjustment and get some real caffeine in us. Like a ghost. Or a bang. I don't drink bangs no more. Those have way too much caffeine. Way too much. That extra 50 milligrams is a lot. Actually, I think it's like 100 extra. I think those are 300. The regulars are 200. Either way. Yeah, let's go get adjusted and then go get some caffeine in us. And we have made it to the Cairo, and people are pulling in, so let's get our butts in here so that we can be the first in line. Well, we were able to get in and out before the crowd had shown. So I'm proud of us. I'm happy for us. I'm excited for us. And we still have like 2 hours till we have to be at the kids. So let's go home for a bit. I have no idea how that took us so long to get home, but so much for having 2 hours left until we got to go get the kids better today than they were yesterday. We got an hour. So let's go inside and enjoy our hour. Well, with our hour remaining before we had to head back out of the door to go get the kids better today than they were yesterday, I sat down, which sitting down was a mistake because I fell asleep. But we finally got some caffeine and the headache seems to be dissipating. So let's head to go get these kids better today than they were yesterday, folks. Well, we have made it to the park to get these kids better today than they were yesterday. And, well, the past few weeks we've been going over some takedowns, some off-balancing, some misdirecting, we've been working at Uchimata last Wednesday and then Monday. And I was going to continue on in that series of things, but more than one kid this week who's been here for a prolonged period of time put in like a rear naked, and their hands were not right, not at all. Some of them are one guy's just hugging your neck when he does it. Another one is not doing and not putting his hand placement right. I don't even know what he was doing. I think he just wasn't closing. I don't know how he was doing it. Don't know how. It's hard for me to what's the word I'm looking for? Put myself in the position of someone who has never seen or have an idea of martial arts sometimes, because, well, I've been doing it for so long that a lot of the stuff just seems very intuitive to me. Like, if I'm trying to choke you, then I need to cut off all angles of your neck. Some people don't understand that. And you'd be amazed how many people you gotta explain that to. But yeah, like, say if I'm choking my right hand, he would have his left side open, and I'm not sure how he was doing it. I just don't think he was grabbing his bicep, per se, on the rear naked. So, you know, we're just going to go back over the rear naked today. We also should be having an influx of students who are coming in, new students, so, with school starting. So it's a perfect time to loop back around and touch back on one of the most basic submissions in the game, a rear naked. So let's get in here and get them better today than they were yesterday. Kids class went phenomenal. I am very confident that their rear naked completion rate will most definitely go up. Those guys, it's so cool when you watch drilling, because literally from the very beginning until the very end, you can see a drastic change in people. Like, something as simple as a rear naked can go from looking choppy to going and becoming very smooth in just 20, 30, 40 minutes of drilling. It doesn't take long. I mean, it does take a long time, but it's not like you ain't gotta spend 7 hours on something to become good at it. You can spend an hour a day on something and become very proficient at it, in my opinion. I mean, of course, more time is always going to be better, but of course, there's always that point of diminishing returns. And I think that's with anything. There's always going to be a point of diminishing return. I mean, that's why we learn about it in economy for a reason. In other avenues of life, too, we learn it. It would be like eating a whole bunch of protein. The only thing you eat is protein. Eventually, there's a diminishing return. You know? So, yeah, they really improved. I just love to see how when you drill, just how much smoother things become. And then your confidence level to try it out in a live goes up so much more. So, to my jiu-jitsu folks, wrestling, Muay Thai, my combat athletes just in general, if there's something that you're just not confident with, freaking drill it. Something I always hear people say is, I don't feel confident taking shots. That's like one of the biggest things. I don't feel comfortable shooting takedown. Okay. Well, how often are you doing your stance in motion and shooting shots? How often are you drilling shots on people? You know? I mean, I remember, high school wrestling, we used to spend just 2 hours literally drilling the same thing over and over. And guess what every one of us did when we would go out there? Snap, underhook, pummel on the head, heavy on the head. Oh, he's popped up, shoot. Every one of us, not a person who didn't. You know, not a soul out there. Oh, jab step, boom, snap the head into the underhook, push, pull, shuck in for the double, shuck by for the double. You know, I mean, we did this every day for 2 hours plus a day. Every one of us did it. Every one of us were aggressive, pushing on people, pulling on people, shucking people by. You have to drill, have to. But folks, in our county, in our state, whatever you want to call it, and the area in which we're in right now, because I don't think the whole state goes back, the kids are going back to school tomorrow. And, you know, it brings a lot of fear to people, anxiety. But And you know, since we run a kids program, a lot of them are in that age group where things start becoming confusing, I guess you could say. And just know that at the end of the day, however you feel right now, if you feel amazing, say you feel on top of the world, that moment's not going to last forever. It's not. Eventually you're going to feel down. So if you feel down, or you're in a weird place, or a confused place, or a uncomfortable place of time, guess what? It doesn't last forever. Embrace this time now. Be thankful for the bad. Because if you can be thankful for the bad, think about how much more thankful you're going to be for the good. You know what I mean, folks? So, yeah, school could be a pretty nerve-wracking time. I know my middle school times they were something else. That was when it was terrible for me. But at the end of the day, I can genuinely say that sometimes I miss it. Even though it was a real tough time in my life, I still miss it. And just every now and then. Don't get me wrong, I believe that there's always better days ahead of the day today. Like, I'm living my dream. Like, 13-year-old me would, like, look up and be like, dude, you did it. You're the coolest guy ever. I genuinely think so. But I can definitely say, embrace the moment you're in now, because it doesn't last forever. Even if it's one of the most difficult times of your life in the moment. If this very second is the most difficult time of your life, enjoy it. Still enjoy it. Figure out a way to enjoy it. Figure out a way to embrace it. Figure out a way to learn from it. That's all I can really say. And that goes with school. You're going to meet some of your best friends there. Some of them who won't last forever. Some of them who will last forever. Some people who you may not get along with at all at the moment. Then when you get out of school, you may become very, very, very good friends with them. You never know. So, ride the wave, folks. That's all I can really say. Ride the wave and friggin' bubbles up. That's it. Drift through it. Enjoy it. Soak up the moment, soak up the rays. But we still have to go do our cardio, folks, so guess let's head to the gym. Knock out our cardio session, and then call it a day. Well, we have made it to the gym, and my idea of coming later instead of just going to the gym this morning to do our cardio, terrible idea. One, I really don't want to go in here now because, well, I've been stagnant all day. And two, this son of a gun is straight packed out. I really doubt I'm going to be able to find an Aerodyne bike. Highly doubt it. But the only thing we can do is give it a try. And if we can't, we just sit there and wait our turn patiently. We'll sit crisscross applesauce in front of them and just stare at them.
Watch them work out.
Are you done yet? Are you done? Have you completed your workout? So, let's get in here. Thank you to my accountability partner for driving me to the gym so that I cannot back out on doing cardio. Yet again. Get your boo thing like JB. Keeps you honest and accountable. Let's go knock out this cardio. Go get in better shape today than we were freaking yesterday. Well, this cardio that I don't want to do just got even worse. Because, guess what? We forgot our headphones. I guess we figure out what we would do when the music cuts off. Let's go knock out this cardio. Go get mentally tougher today than we were yesterday. That's what we're doing now. Going to get more. Build mental fortitude. That's what we're going to do. Our mental fortitude is going to go up today. Let's go get in better shape today than we were yesterday and build our mental fortitude. For someone who did not want to get in here today and get it done, we got it freaking done, folks. And we soaked everything in the process of it. And like when I say everything, I mean everything. And we're still soaking it. Look, as we speak, it's still soaking it. Sheesh. Let's clean this joker up and get out of here. Alright, we have gotten our area cleaned up as good as we can. Everything but using a freaking mop, and we have stopped leaking on everything. Let's get our butts home so we can clean up and catch some dubs. I know last night we weren't real impressed with the new Blitz map. We were all excited for it. They got us all worked up. That joker ain't no new map. It's just the same map with one new location. Like, come on now. Come on. And then the location, the last circle keeps ending in the same exact location over and over and over and over again. Like, gosh, that was annoying. But doesn't mean I don't want to still catch dubs. So let's get home so we can catch some dubs. Well, we have made it home, folks, and like y'all saw, I got quite greasy. So let me get my butt inside and clean up and get this stickiness off of me. Showered up, feeling great. Let's go see if we can help JB at all with the preparation of dinner. Good news, there was absolutely nothing for me to do except for come up here and grub down. So let's grub down. Well, dinner, I would say, was stellar. Low calorie, easy to make, can throw it together in a matter of freaking seconds. All it was freaking turkey, ground turkey, and a bag of cabbage mix. And that's it. Mix it together. Throw your favorite low fat, low cal, low sugar dressing on it. Squirt a little sriracha over the top of it to flavor it, to give it a little oomph. And let me tell you, folks, you got you a nice, easy, quick, tasty meal. And then we went ahead and meal prepped our chickpea pasta so we don't have to worry about dinner for the next few nights, which is pretty exciting. Makes me excited, makes me happy, not having to think about what our meal is going to be each night. Definitely makes me a happy camper, folks. But you know, while the day may have not started off so stellar, you know, I was trying to leave and get out of the door before JB got up and caught me leaving. And we weren't able to do so, which then put me in a grumpy mood the rest of the day. I was just kind of like, dang, bruh. Like, dang, this sucks. I want to be able to go get better today than we were yesterday. But like I always say when we have a day like this, this is why we train day in and day out, 60 plus hours a day. Or a week, not a day. Training 60 hours a day would be insane. There's not even 60 hours in a day, but about 60 hours a week. There's a reason to it. Why? Because then when something like this happens, it's not absolutely detrimental to my fight camp or my progression or whatever it may be. If anything, it would be good because then it allows my body to heal. It allows my brain to recover. It allows me to be rejuvenated. So it is what it is. Like Coach said, the boo-boo is not going to get better with me continuing to beat up on the boo-boo. So I might as well have taken the day to rest up and chillax. But like I told my kids earlier, folks, the moment in which you're in, and I guess I could have taken a little bit of that preaching myself. You know, I could kind of practice what I preach a little bit on this one. But the moment you're in right now, however you're feeling, it is not going to last forever. There is nothing, absolutely nothing that lasts forever. Nothing. So just know, whatever you're feeling, whatever it may be. Because like I said, I was telling them this because they're going back to school. And I was like, you know, I looked back at it and I was like, you know, in the moment, I absolutely hated school. Hated it with a passion. I was always excited to go back. But after that first week, I was alright, I'm over it again. And, no, while I don't think that was the best time of my life, anyone who says that middle school, elementary school, and high school is the best time of their life has a very meaningless life. I do sit there and wish sometimes I would have not taken that time for granted. I wished I would have enjoyed being a kid a little bit longer. I would have not tried to speed up the process of aging, growing, becoming an adult earlier than what I need to. You know what I mean? I wish I would have just embraced that, hey, I'm a kid and I'm gonna be a kid. I'm gonna love every moment as I'm in it. I'm gonna learn as much as I can. Like hindsight 2020, yeah, I wish I would have embraced the middle school days a little bit more. I wished I would have embraced the elementary school days and the high school days, but of course you don't know these things until you get out of there, and then you're like, dang. Like, I just let some of the greatest days of my life pass me. Of course, like I said, if those are your glory days, your heyday, your best days, you have a meaningless life. You have so many things to live for, like a family or goals or freaking memories. I mean, the list goes on things that you have to live for. Building something of your own, finding meaning. I mean, the journey of finding meaning is pretty exciting. I can definitely say that. But yeah, I think that sometimes as human beings, we're so ready to get out of the situation we're in to not realize that the situation we're in is an okay situation. It's not the end all be all to everything. And we just got to remember that whatever you're feeling right this moment, it'll be gone. It'll be gone. It could be gone today. It could be gone tomorrow. It could be gone in 10 minutes. It could take 10 years until it's gone. But you got to enjoy the now. You've got to. Because if you don't have the now, you don't even know if that present's going to be there. And you dang sure can't go back to the past. So you might as well just live in the now. You might as well just enjoy it now while you got it. Appreciate it while you have it. But, folks, while we got a great cardio session in today, 45 minutes compared to 8 hours is completely different. So I'm pretty energized right now. Pretty fired up. Pretty, ready to go catch some freaking dubs. So, I guess I'm just going to call it a night. And, hop on the freaking games. I hope to see y'all there. And just remember, folks, enjoy the now. Enjoy it. Embrace it. Whatever it is. If it's bad times, accept the bad time. Because the good time won't be as great if you're not have you never had those bad times, you know? So, enjoy the now. Enjoy the now. But, I guess, let's hop onto these games. Catch some freaking dubs, folks. Hope to see y'all there. And good night, folks. BillyGoat freaking loves ya. Hang on. And if you take absolutely nothing away from the day, or my yapping the past 15-ish minutes, at least take away that sometimes you're going to have to do things that you don't want to do the things that you want to do. Does that make sense? So, for example, let's use this. You're starting school, right? Well, maybe you don't want to do your homework, but your mama said you can't get on the Fortnite until you finish your homework. Guess what? To be able to do the thing you want to do, you're going to have to do the thing you don't want to do. Like today, I love doing cardio, don't get me wrong, but after a day of sitting around doing absolutely nothing, I don't have the oomph that I usually do. When I'm off my schedule, I don't have that oomph, you know? So guess what I didn't want to do? I wanted to be lazy, and I didn't want to go do my cardio. But guess what we did? We got it done. Guess what else? I didn't want to sit around all day and not go to practice. But guess what? To get better, to get rid of the boo-boo, we got to try this resting thing. 2 things I didn't want to do. But guess what? I did them. Because that's what we do. We do things that we don't want to do, so that we can do the things that we want to do. And honestly, the things we want to do feel so much better when we do them after we do the things we don't want to do. Like, I went and played games today. I wanted to play games all day. But guess what? I had to do my cardio before I could play games. So guess what that meant? This gaming is going to feel a whole lot better because I did the things I had to do before I did the things I wanted to do. Pretty simple, right? But I think y'all get the gist. Do the things you don't want to do. Enjoy the now. Embrace every moment. You don't know what you can't go back in the past, and you don't know what the future has for you. You just know it doesn't have for you what you have right now, whether it be bad or good. You get what I'm laying down, folks? But I'll catch y'all in the games. Good night, folks, and BillyGoat loves ya.